Hello everybody, Darkspine Sonic 3 here, coming to you with another episode of Dark Souls, Prepare to Die Edition. In the last episode, we fought some Black Knights. Well, we fought a Black Knight. We went through the Undead Burg for the most part and fought the gargoyles that were keeping the first bell under lock and key. So, now, we're going to adventure around a little bit more and see what other things we can destroy in our quest for power. I hope you're all as excited as I am, because this is where the game actually starts picking up a little bit. We got Frank Daddy in his gargoyle helmet, covering wars. He is the war, you know. He's also got that chest hair. Still kind of weird to look at, but look at it. This is Frank Daddy. This is who he is. He kind of matches the Batman shirt I'm wearing. But anyway, let's get going. So the first thing I want to check out over here, because why not? I'm very interested in checking out the forest area that's by where the blacksmith Andre of Astora is. I'm very curious to see if there's anything interesting we can do there that won't destroy us. No promises, but hey, it's worth a shot. So, these guys are dead, no problem. Try Amazing Trap. I will, buddy. Let's see. I'm guessing I'm not really going to be needing the humanity item here, so I might as well... Actually, first things first, I'm going to use this. Because why not? It's worth it. And now let's pull out the orange guidance soapstone. I want to be able to rate comments. Like this one. What is it? Need humanity. You know, that's some pretty good advice. You always need humanity. Yeah. Good job, dude. Before, you used to be able to press select and rate it from there, but I guess that's not a thing right now. Sense Fortress will come for you later. So anyway, just gotta keep heading downstairs. Amazing chest ahead.
Well, hello again.
Hello, Golo.
You doing all right? Need anything forged?
I do, in fact, need something forged from you. So what we're going to do is we're going to just reinforce our stuff here. It's not going to cost a lot of souls, and at any rate, it's still a pretty worthwhile thing to do. There doesn't seem to be anything totally interesting for us to reinforce here that will give us any sort of advantage over our nifty little Drake sword here. So, looks like, first things first, we've already got a moderately slow roll going on, so let's put these on, see how slow it is. It's not too bad. Let's see, though. It's really close to the same speed, if not the same speed. So, we can finally wear all of our armor. Thankfully, when we make it down here, we're going to be using the armor. When we make it down to where, ooh. This is one of the more problematic enemies of the game. I don't think we can kill him. I mean, I know we can kill him, but... yeah, he hits hard. That's more or less what I'm trying to say here. And, yeah, he hits hard. He's that's a grab attack. You need to know the difference between the different types of attacks he does. When he jumps in the air and he stays up for longer than a second, that means that he's... See, that's where he's trying to relocate, but if he stays up any longer than that, then you have to worry about him, trying to dive down on you, and it does a lot of damage. So far, it seems we're doing alright. He isn't quite doing as much damage to us as he wants to be. And that's a nifty advantage, if I say so myself. If he keeps turning towards us like this, then he will do this, and it will hurt. Didn't hurt quite as much as he would have liked. Damn it! And he was just about to die, too. Probably should have just kept going there. The problem with fighting him here is the terrain, simply because there are so many broken pillars in the way, it makes it look like you can walk over them and you get caught on them. So let's give it another shot. I'm not going to waste too much time on him, but he does drop something pretty nifty that'll come in handy later, hopefully. I have yet to actually use them in my other profile, but that's because I'm a tool who likes to use the same items. I don't really experiment. I guess it's good for leveling up Black Knight gear, if I remember correctly. He drops this thing called Demon Titanite. You see that thing where his head should be? Or more the thing that is his head? That's what they're born of. Ooh. Ooh. Nice shot, man. Now I'm gonna heal up, because I don't trust you. Ugh. I hate that move. And the worst part is that I see it coming, too. Every single time. Okay. So, Demon Titanite, now that I think about it, I don't think it's actually good for leveling up the Black Knight gear. Hey, he's dead. Cool. And thankfully, he's not coming back. But, Black Knight gear is actually leveled up using Twinkling Titanite, which is what we get from those weird, lizard things, like the one that we saw right before the Taurus Demon boss. But, Demon Titanite does have its uses. We will be using it later, I hope, because they've got some pretty nifty power-ups. We need to keep an eye on these things here, especially, but they do drop some really, actually incredibly useful items. They drop these moss clumps that, when eaten, will negate poison and blood loss. So we need to keep a close eye on them, and we need to avoid all of his close range attacks, simply because if he grabs you, it will do a lot of damage. So what is this? Purple moss clump. If I remember correctly, that should negate, oh, poison. I thought it was blood. So purple negates poison. Green negates blood loss. So that's going to be really important for us later. Don't be fooled by that. Surprise! Ugh! Quit it! That was really rude. You know what we do to rude people around here? That. And the blood red moss clump is... reduces bleeding buildup. So purple also cures poison, so there's something... There's another form of moss here that actually not only negates blood buildup and cures it, but also negates and cures poisoning. So keep your eye out for as many moss clumps as you can. If anything, grind on these guys, specifically on them, because it's really handy to have that stuff, especially here of all places, because there are a lot of things that will build up your poison. And they're especially handy in the sewers, as well as Blighttown. Whew, Blighttown. So let's see. We should level up our... You know what? Let's level up our resistance. This armor is not that great, and we're going to get caught up in a fight later on that we're not going to be liking. So, defense now will help us out. So you see this door here? This is what the Crest of Artorias opens. It makes our lives a lot easier, but we're not going to go for it right now. We're going to have to go through PvP battles without being PvP. Do not be fooled, that's not a boss door. Try Resignation. Heh. Funny. This is a trap right here, but we don't care. Oh! Remember, these guys hit hard. Whoa, they hit too hard. I can't even remember what I grabbed. Ah, well. It was worth a shot. So let's try it again. We're gonna have to actually fight them in order to, be on our way, because regardless, since we picked up that item, they're automatically up, see? Like so. So now let's just fight this guy. Bane of our existence for a little bit. But, purple moss clump. Nice. Now let's go get the rest of our souls back. And our humanity. Don't really think we're gonna need to be human quite yet. So, that's a plus. Alright. Now, battles here are a little bit on the iffy side. But you see this right here? Screw this tree in particular. I don't really think they attack you. I don't really know, though. But they give souls. And they don't respawn. I really just don't know what the deal with them is. But these things are a little weird. I have yet to actually see them do much. But I think they have some sort of poison attribute. And they look freaky, so let's just track one on our shoes and bring it along for the ride, I guess. So, there's more where that came from. In terms of fake trees, at least. There's one over here that leads to... I guess not. Well, I mean, this is technically a fake tree. Well, it's not really a fake tree, it's just... that thing. I don't even really know what it is. It's like a... It's like some sort of two-headed lizard. But we got a partisan out of the deal. Pretty nice. Pretty nifty. Let's check it out real quick. Where would it be? It's pretty heavy, and it's not as good as a spear. For the most part, there might be some hidden stat attribute that I didn't read, but that comes later. We'll check it out more later. But in this jungle, this mighty jungle, there it is. Another one of these lizards. Strong attack knocks them out of their tree. And then from that, you can just slap them a lot. So, you might notice these knights lying on the ground, sleeping on the job, you know. They have a purpose, and they hit hard. See, the closer you get to them, then they wake up. In which case now, it's up to me. When he raises his sword to the sky like that, it casts a spell on me that makes my rolling and movement slower. It's like I'm in water. And that's not good because they hit hard and they have a wide range of attacks. So I need to get behind him and attack him as hard as I can. Thankfully, it seems like a full combo from the Drake Sword can take care of him relatively easily. This is a boss area. Let's not right now. That'll come later, okay? It's not so much that it's a difficult boss fight, it's that I'm not really prepared. And my rolling's still a little bit slow, so I want to see if I can get my endurance up a tiny bit to see where that'll get me. Endurance and health. Because, oh my god. It's a range fight. Got him. Nice. They drop stone great shields, which are apparently very nifty when it comes to blocking really heavy magic attacks, I believe, and physical. They're one of the better shields of the game. But the real problem comes from I think the real problem comes from actually having the ability to carry it, because those things weigh a ton. This is our death wish right here. Oh yeah. This is not good. Yeah. As a matter of fact, we were totally unable to roll in that situation. So the thing that we should have done is we should have lured the tree demon things away, and then taken care of one of those knights at a time. So let's give it another shot. We kind of don't have much of a choice because my humanity and souls are there, and I don't want to leave those behind because they're starting to add up to something pretty hefty. At least for the time being. These things have range. I don't like it. Get off of me! This is not funny. Jeez. The nerve of some people, you know? I didn't sign up for this. But they're dead. Purple moss clump, blood red moss clump. Not bad. The more I think about it, I don't think that there's a combo Moss Clump out there that actually takes care of both attributes. But I hardly remember anything anymore, so... Oh well. Anyway, let's take this bastard out. One of the better things for us to do is to lure him into a front slash attack. That way he can miss. He'll miss entirely, and then we can go from there in terms of settling the score. Come here. Blooming Purple Moss Clump. That's the Moss Clump that heals everything. Come on. I don't want to have to fight you and your buddy. Ooh, he does not look happy. Just... Oh, yeah, he hits hard. Why am I holding this thing double-handed? Well, it's a little too late for trying to keep myself safe. We need to take this guy out quick. Or at least as quick as we can with no rolling ability. There we go. So that's part 1 done. Now we can go grab our stuff again. And thankfully these Stone Guardians are pretty easy to carry. With our feet, we can kick them around, no problem. We got the Elite Knight Armor. That will definitely help us. It's the armor that I use on my main account. My main account's like level 80. I have the torso, the actual armor part, up to +8. That's how much I've reinforced it, because it's one of my favorite pieces of armor in the game. Alright. Stop that. Oh. Oh yeah. I have no roll. I can't slow my roll anymore. Thankfully it wore off. I guess it wears off after a little bit. So that works for me. Woohoo! Nice try. Too slow. Too slow, buddy. Now it's just you and me, and I've already got your armor, so I don't even need to fight you anymore. It's the courteous thing to do. I'm a knight. That means I have honor and courtesy and tradition and donuts, if we're talking Mucha Lucha style, but... Does anyone even remember that show? That was one of my favorite shows to watch when I was little, and they just kind of stopped it. I can't quite remember if it had a finale or anything. But I know that there was this, like, really big movie where Ricochet, Buena Girl, and the Flea had to fight, like, some demon or something. Or at least that's like, what 9-year-old me remembers. But 9-year-old me is dead. So is my innocence. But anyway, so we're doing pretty alright. So, we've taken out most of the knights here. As a matter of fact, fighting them at this point holds no real benefit to us other than souls. But I like souls. So, it all works out, especially since they give 600. We're already ready to level up one more time. From that point on, we can actually put on the Elite Knight Armor. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that right now. How heavy is it? Ooh, it's really heavy. At least the gauntlets aren't. And the leggings. The leggings are pretty heavy. What about the helmet? They're close. They're kind of close in some aspects, but it doesn't block as much magic, so I think I might keep the gargoyle helmet for right now. Yeah, I'm just going to keep the gargoyle helm. But, so far, things are looking up. Now let's up our endurance a tiny bit. And then, let's see if we can put on some stuff. Let's check out what happens if we just wear everything. There it is. That's what I was waiting for. So let's lower the weight here. Still heavy. Still heavy. So we're not quite there yet. We're not quite there yet. But soon. Soon, guys. I'm actually really excited for that armor use because it's my favorite armor in the game. Simply because it's what we start in if you choose Knight. And then well, that's basic Knight armor, but it looks exactly the same. For the most part, I think. I don't know, I just really like it. Plus, I have it reinforced up to +8, so I'm kind of a force to be reckoned with. I'm just tired of you. Get out of here. Well, bye. I'm a big fan of pushing people off cliffs, too. But we're doing pretty alright. So, let's take care of this guy. He's got some souls for us. 100 of them, at least. Ooh, he's also holding this. What is it? Purple moss clump. Nice. I like that. So, now we're coming on to the second area of the forest. Here! That's where we are. We're doing alright. I keep saying that. I got distracted because I heard something outside. But we just need to keep coming down this pathway and we'll be reaching Darkroot Basin. This is the other half of the forest. This is where the other half of shit goes down. But, ooh, look at that. I need it. Yes! Now we've got some Twinkling Titanite. We've got 2 of that. We got Titanite chunks. Well, a Titanite chunk. That's pretty nice. So, we're going to, do something stupid. That's actually realistically the only thing we do on this show. What are we going to be doing, you might ask? Well, first things first, we're going to come over here and grab this because it's actually pretty nifty to have. It is leather armor and longbows and feather arrows. Pretty nice. So now we can be a little forest elf and shoot everything that moves. You know, like an American. Da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, so off in this direction, we'll find someone relatively familiar. You might not see him at the moment, I don't think. Where is he? He's here. I can hear him shuffling around. There you are. And you've got a new weapon. How cute. Oh, yeah. This is exactly what I've been waiting for. Okay, I'm trying to parry him because fighting him like this pretty hard. However, we can't backstab him, so that works too. Yeah, I guess backstabbing's kind of our best chance here. Damn it! Alright. So, now we're gonna have to run the marathon all the way back over here. But, no problem. Realistically, I should have kept going down because there's a bonfire. But, the bad thing is that Black Knights keep tailing you and they aren't reset by bonfires. So, he would have come over to us and certainly killed us before we even rested at the bonfire. So, regardless of the choice we made, we would have been screwed over. You might notice an item over there. We'll be getting to that later. It's behind that door that we need the Crest of Artorias to unlock, I believe. I can't quite remember. It might also be in the area lower in Darkroot Basin. Actually, it might be by that tree frog area that we killed. Yeah, I think that's it. But we'll be... Bye. But But we'll be coming back to that a little bit later, because I want to check out as much stuff down here as I can, because I don't believe that there's an actual boss down in that area that we're off to. And I figure, hey, even if there is, I think it's still pretty nifty for us to check it out, because, for starters, that Black Knight has my souls and humanity. And secondly, there's someone down here that I want to take care of. Really going to help out with this elite knight armor situation. For those of you who have played this game before and fought him, you can smell what he's cooking. But for those of you who haven't, you're gonna be waiting for jokes that aren't really gonna happen. So let's give it a shot. Okay. Thankfully, my souls are up here because I died up here. Now let's go get the attention of that stupid Black Knight. Sir Reginald Carrington Waddington, you googly. Oh, I plunged him. I'm making weird noises right now, and I don't like it. Come here. Yeah! That's what you get. Now, turn around and die. Give us something. Blue Titanite chunk. That's cool. I like that. Hopefully we get a Black Knight sword sooner or later, because I kind of want that. Anyway, bonfire pits in here, but first things first, we're going to grab this. The Grass Crest Shield. This is actually really helpful for us. What this does, it doesn't weigh as much, it doesn't defend quite as well, but it regenerates our stamina a lot quicker, so we don't have to worry about having to just barely dodge certain attacks. What's further down this area? Is this what I think it is? Huh, it might be. Then again, I don't think. Let's just check out what's down this area, because I don't think I've ever actually gone through here. This is a very long elevator. Hey, let's check it out. What could it possibly be? Hooray, we're spinning. I honestly can't remember. Where are we? Is this the New Londo ruins? Oh, alright, we're going. Let's not. Where is this, you might ask? We're in the Valley of Drakes. Oh god, oh god, oh god, he's coming after me. I don't want that. That was actually really scary. I haven't even made it to that point in my actual playthrough. In my level 80 playthrough, and I'm afraid. The last thing I need is to go there now. Although it would be pretty ironic if I were to destroy them all with this Drake sword. So, here we are back in Darkroot Basin. Everything's nice and calm here. Don't have to worry about Drakes and Joshes. That comes later. But, thankfully, stamina fills up quickly so I can keep on running. And we're coming up to the place where our little friend is. Hopefully we can open up that door. I'm not too clear on what I need in order to open it. In terms of keys, this might actually be it. No, of course not. Why would it be? These guys have a little bit of a special little niche. When they do an attack that sends crystals coming out of the ground, that move will, when you are in the range of those crystals, it'll make your curse meter go up. And if it fills up, you turn to crystal yourself, and you're automatically dead. No ifs, ands, or buts. So, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna see if we can, get inside here. Because I really need to see if I can. It's locked. What key do we need? And where can I find said key? Because I really want to get in there. That piece of equipment will save us so much time and hassle. We would actually be able to dedicate more of our levels to strength as opposed to weight. And I might as well spoil what it is now, considering we aren't. I was talking it up so much and we don't even get to go there yet. The guy in there is Havel the Rock. Oh god. Well, the Hydra saw me. This could be a problem. Just keep fighting and pretend you don't see it. Alright. Pretend you see it. I think it actually damages the crystal golems too, so that's good. Last thing I need is for these things to be... Ooh. Ooh. Get it. Okay, we're gonna hide behind some trees. And rocks. But not Havel the Rock. If we were to hide behind him, he'd probably turn around and slap us with his dragon tooth. That's his weapon. He beats you with a dragon tooth. Or at least that's what the weapon's called. I don't know if it's an actual tooth of a dragon, but yeah, no. What is this? What is this? Knight Helm! Knight Helm. See, that's the standard knight armor.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Stop that. Right now.
Alright. We're gonna take this to our advantage. I know for a fact that we can't beat this thing. Oh boy. This is a problem. I don't know why I'm fighting this right now. Well, we're dead. Goodbye. There was nothing I could have done there. I was screwed from the moment I set foot down in that crater. And I guess I didn't rest at the bonfire. Could have sworn I did. Right, well, this seems about as good a place to stop as any, so if you liked what you saw in this episode, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below, and if you want to see more just like it, be sure to subscribe, because we've got plenty more to show. As always, I'm Darkspine Sonic 3, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Thank you, and goodbye.